This week on OSRL, building a floor with rocks and gravel is not an easy job. In fact, this flooring install is brutal work.
I hurt my knee. Definitely wasn't feeling too good. This has been crazy. Well, good morning and welcome to the Domestead. Now, if you're new here, my wife and I were building our own home off-grid here in the Arizona desert. And if you could do me a favor, give this video a big thumbs up and definitely subscribe because you want to see all this come together. Now, if you caught our last video, then you know I picked up this enormous load of gravel. Now that gravel is going to be the first layer of our floor here in the northern part of our house. So you can see it's all dirt here right now, including some straw, but I'll be putting down a layer of gravel, and this will be just the first of a few different layers to get this floor set. So I picked up this load of gravel myself in order to see how far a couple of tons of gravel goes, to see whether maybe I can just pick up a couple more loads or if I want a whole gravel delivery. So let's get started. Let's start bringing in some gravel and see how far this gets me. It's almost noon. I got about a 4-inch layer of gravel down here in the laundry room. We're looking pretty good. So I think this might be about maybe not even half of the gravel load I brought back. So that's excellent. Everything, just eyeballing it. I used a straight edge and a level, and everything is looking real level so far. But of course, for all these subsequent layers, I'm going to be doing another methodology to make sure that we are very level going up every layer from here on out. So I'm going to be starting on the next room. I got to pick up some of this junk over here, get that out of here, and then what I'm going to be doing, and I should have thought of this before, but what I should do to start off with is grab some of the medium-sized rock to gravel that we already have out here and get a layer of that down first, then go with the gravel. That might save us a little bit of gravel. Man, I was hoping to get some more wheelbarrows of rocks moved in here today, but man, I'm kind of feeling it here in one of my knees, and I don't know if I overdid it or if I twisted a little bit trying to get that wheelbarrow around the corner, but I might have to call it quits for tonight and maybe put something on it. Everyone's got limits. Good morning. I'm out here about to hit it again. I woke up and my knee felt a little better, but then I started walking on it and then I was like, nah, still kind of hurts. But it is what it is. The work's still got to get done. So, I just took a little something for it, and then I'll just have to take it a little easier today. Make sure I don't stress it out too much. So I think maybe it was the weight of the load, and then also getting around some of those corners. I'm maybe twisting my knee a little bit. So I'm just going to lighten up the load a bit. I'll have to take a few more trips, but just take it a little easier on the knee. Let's get this done. So I want to get a nice healthy layer of these rocks along the spare room. Then I can go back to gravel. I want to try and empty out that trailer if I can. So we'll see how far I get. Hey, Eva girl. You find a comfy spot? So I got down a layer of these larger rocks, and I might have went overboard a little bit, but that's okay. I'm going to start bringing in the gravel, and I want to try and get that trailer emptied today if I can, because I'm going to need the Tahoe. So let's start working on the gravel. We're going to get the spare room here covered. And yeah, so bringing in this larger rock like this, it takes a little bit of time because you got to pick up all the rocks. And I'm running a little slower today because of the knee, but I still making progress. So let's get on with the gravel and let's get that filled in. This time of year is absolutely beautiful. So we got a lot of the migrating species heading south. So we got treated to just these swarms of butterflies heading through at these regular intervals, and that was remarkable. You're gonna try getting each and every single one of them out of there by hand?
I don't know if I can.
You have to get a net. Get yourself a bug net. All right, the second room is done, the spare room, all ready to go. Of course, this one took a lot longer than the first one because, I couldn't just dump the gravel out here. Plus, I was using some of the bigger rocks. That takes a little while to pick up and lay down. And, plus my knee wasn't doing too good. It took a couple of days, but it's feeling a lot better now. I think just taking it easy, but still moving it, I think that did the trick. So I'm ready to move on to the kitchen. Of course, before I start this room, there's a couple of things I got to do beforehand. One, I got to clean it up. There's still kind of a mess going on over here. And then I'm going to have to create a little ramp. I'm going to have to create a ramp over up to the root cellar so that I can carry material over to the kitchen. Otherwise, I'm going to have a pain in the butt trying to get dirt and rocks and gravel in here. So definitely a lot to do in the kitchen, and it's the biggest room so far. It's about equal to the size of these last two rooms that I just finished. Woo! A lot of work for sure. What are you doing? You want to go in again? You just came up. Oh, checking to see if Mom was up. She needs some pets from Mama. And she wants Mama to get her breakfast.
Oh. Foods?
All right, good morning. I already ate breakfast, but it's time for the ladies to eat some breakfast. And it's time for me to get to work. Now, first thing I'm going to do is start working on that ramp. I'm going to get some rocks over there, do the cob. Then I can work on some other things while that's drying. The knee's feeling pretty good. It might be at 100%. I went back to working out again this morning, and everything seemed to be in good working order. So let's get back to moving some heavy rocks. I would just like you to know that I'm doing cob too.
Mm-hmm. You copying me?
No, you're copying me because I started earlier in the day. I was first. See, what mix is this? Mix 1. Jess, I did like 20 mixes.
You did.
That was like 2. I actually was thinking about doing this whole ramp out of cob. I just realized that that was going to be a lot of work, and what's the whole point of it anyway? Like, if I make something out of cob, technically I want it to be kind of permanent, and I don't think any kind of cob ramp over here would be permanent. But I did use a little bit of cob just to kind of seal in some of these rocks over here. It doesn't hurt to have cob and rocks underneath here as good support for the floor. But then, of course, I just started dumping dirt along here, and I don't think dirt might be necessarily strong enough to as a ramp to hold all the material that I'm going to be putting up there. So I thought we'd try this, putting a sheet of plywood over here, and we'll see how this goes. So I'm going to start cleaning up this area over here so I can get material over to the kitchen, and then let's just start bringing in some dirt and rocks and see where we end up. I'm going to start bringing in some material, and we're going to try out that ramp, see how that's working. And I think first things first is I need to bring in some dirt to fill in this hole over here, and then I can start putting in rocks. So let's get some dirt, start moving some dirt, then some rocks. A lot of material. All right, so I got a load of dirt ready. Let's test out this ramp. Let's see how this goes. It's actually kind of a decent sized load, so it'd be interesting to see how this ramp handles it. Okay, it did okay. You just need a little extra oomph to get it up there, but it worked. All right, nice. I thought, honestly, that was going to take a lot more dirt to fill in, but a couple wheelbarrows full seemed like it did the trick. So time to start adding some more rocks, and we'll keep going with that first layer. Time to knock out this kitchen. Watering plants in the greenhouse. So I'm cutting away some of these areas of OSB. I was trying to save as much as I could earlier on, but considering what we're doing with the floors right now, I feel like it's more of a hindrance in some of these areas than a benefit. So any unsupported areas, I'm just going to cut that away, and that'll give us a little bit more room to put the flooring we want in. All right, so what we got over here is excellent. We almost got the start of another little ramp. I'm going to build this out, bring in some rocks, bring in some more dirt, and that way I can bring in this wheelbarrow and just bring it right down here and then dump all my material, larger rocks, gravel. Hopefully that'll speed things up than the last room. You know, I thought you were doing a mix, and I was looking everywhere for you. Here you are on the inside.
Still gotta finish the inside walls. There's too much cob to do.
Too much cob to do.
Inside, outside.
Well, I gave up on doing cob for ramps, so I just piled up a bunch of rocks and dirt and there's my ramp.
I wish I could do that.
Kaya, cob's a lot of work. Inside, outside, you're everywhere. Oh, what's the matter? You like when Mom was working on the walls? Why she got to be doing things? Yuvia absolutely does not like it when Jess is working on the walls. There's little bits of dirt or rocks falling down whenever she's doing it. So that just ruins Yuvia's nap time. Do you realize you're ruining her nap time?
I know. She had to move. She was on her bed and she had to move to the other side of the room.
You are a monster. And now she's outside. Instead of putting a plaster over our house, can we just bake our house in a kiln?
Need a pretty big kiln.
What if I just went at it with like a blowtorch?
Or with the Arizona sun. Just bake it.
Probably not on the north side. North side. Whoa! You are making some serious progress there.
Oh, the insects are admiring my work.
As well they should. The insects obviously have great taste. We've been getting some light rain this morning, which is kind of wild. Definitely wasn't expecting that. But I'll take the clouds today. It'll be make it for a much more pleasant day to work out here and get more material moved. So Mama's inside working, so you're outside? Is that the deal? Hmm? Of course, you're inside working. That's why she went outside. Always making progress. All right, well, I'm finally done with all the rocks. I can't even tell you how many wheelbarrows of rocks I put in here. But we're all covered. It looks really good. I'm going back to the gravel. I'm almost welcoming the gravel because those rocks that is a beast to move. But, you know, if we can take up some of that space with the rocks we have out here, I mean, why not? You can see just a ton. I had to put an extra load of rocks over here just because this part was still so low. I got rocks all the way around here, all the way around here. There's a bare patch right here because the ground level is a little bit higher over here. So I left that bare and we'll just put some gravel there. But really coming along. Time to empty out the rest of that gravel and we'll see how far this gets us. She's supporting me this time. Man, I am exhausted. I can't even begin to describe it. This has been crazy. Just absolutely brutal, the amount of work I had to do this past week. I mean, the weight alone was just crazy. Like, I mean, over 2.5 tons of gravel there, and I mean, guarantee you more than 2.5 tons of those rocks. Going up these ramps, going around these twists and turns. I don't know what happened, but I was worried when my knee went out. Like, I didn't go out per se, but like it was hurting, and I was still working through that. I was like, I hurt my knee. Definitely wasn't feeling too good. But I had to get the job done, so I just kind of worked through it, and luckily it went away. I don't know, so I don't know if I twisted it or something, but just take a little something for the pain and keep on pushing through. I think keep adding rocks for these last few rooms, and I might have to make one more gravel trip, and I think we'll be done. And that is incredible because, I mean, if I had to get a load of gravel delivered, that would have been incredibly expensive. So using the trailer, making a couple trips, saved a ton of money.
Yeah, and using the rocks saved money too. And we have plenty of rocks around here.
Definitely give this video a big thumbs up. That'll help me a lot. That'll inspire me to keep going. And definitely subscribe if you haven't already done so. It'd mean the world to us. Thank you guys so much for joining us. All right, we'll catch you on the next video. Bye.